Number 5, Valhalla Delay. I'm cheating a bit with this one, but the Valhalla Delay is a premium sounding plugin at an incredible price. I love reverb and use it often, but sometimes what you need instead of soaking something in verb is a good delay. My favorite is the Valhalla Delay, not only because it sounds great, but the controls are exactly what you need and nothing more. The presets sound incredible as well. Some of my favorites on vocals are the Guitar Heaven with feedback dialed back, the Lo-Fi Old Vocal Slap, and the Pop Vocal Delay. Number 4, UAD Cooper Time Cube. The effect is called Vocal Dimension and it sounds like this.
I know where we belong. I heard about it in a Stroke song. And last night we fell down to the ground, scared of what was behind us, scared of what we found. I know where we belong. I heard about it in a Stroke song. And last night we fell down to the ground, scared of what was behind us, scared of what we found.
Without it, the vocal feels skinny and easily can be overtaken by a dense mix. With it, the vocal blossoms and feels larger than life. I use it on just about every mix to varying degrees, but I couldn't have a top 5 list without featuring it, the UA Cooper Time Cube, and more specifically, the Vocal Dimension preset. Hey friend, David Glenn here with themixacademy.com. We'll get back to the video in just a second, but if you've been struggling to get professional vocal mixes, then I want to give you something that I know will help you right away. I want to give you my vocal mixing checklist. This is a complete guide to mixing vocals that will help you take everything from average recordings, poor recordings, and if you've been blessed to receive amazingly well-recorded vocals, then God bless you, it's going to help you as well. Inside this guide, we're going to cover how I shape vocals with EQ, saturation, compression, and in fact, we're going to answer several of my most asked questions on compression, like do I put it before the EQ, after the EQ, what ratio, how much compression, attack, release times. For all of this and more, I've got you covered. I'll also spill the beans on my favorite vocal effects, and you can steal my settings and try them out on your next mix. Whether you've been at this for a minute or you're brand new to mixing, if you're tired of lackluster amateur vocal mixes, then click the link in the description and I'm going to help you start delivering professional quality vocals today. Number 3, the Kush Clariphonic. No, there's not any saturation. Yes, you can imitate the curves with the Pro Q3, but it's hard to argue that the Clariphonic isn't the best top-end and or mid-range boost plugin available for the built-in curves that in my testing with Plugin Doctor reveals there's boosts and cuts that are preventing harshness while adding that pristine, crisp top end. I use it on just about every vocal mix, and its ability to add pure top end without enhancing harsh frequencies makes it my absolute favorite EQ to boost with on vocals. Number 2, the UAD AE or the Blue Stripe Rev A compressor from Universal Audio. I chose the AE because of the slow attack setting and a 2-to-1 ratio. If I get a vocal that was hit with a ton of compression coming in, but it still needs a little bit of a lift, then this is my go-to. I have the 2-to-1 option, or sometimes I like to hit that 2-to-1 super hard because it's not as aggressive as a 4 or a 10 or all buttons in. On the other end, I chose the Rev A, aka the Blue Stripe, because of the character and mid-range boost it adds, but I have to say, I could just as easily list the Wave CLA Blue Stripe here, as it does an incredible job of compressing the source without adding a ton of noise or artifacts. Gotta give a shout out to my man Joey Fernandez, now Grammy-winning mastering engineer, for reminding me about this plugin, and I actually, after talking to him, put it back in the template because I did a shootout. You want a little bit more character and grit, UAD, you want that clean, pristine, really great sound with the compression, then definitely check out the Waves CLA Blue Stripe. All right, number 1, surprise, surprise, right? The FabFilter Pro Q3. There are many great EQs on the market, but for me, the FabFilter Pro Q3 holds the top spot and is my choice for over 90% of my EQ moves in a mix. It's got the cleanest GUI, built-in dynamics mode, mid-side processing, 3 distinct phase modes, and it's the most intuitive on the market with super smooth keyboard and mouse shortcuts, or in my case, a trackpad. But most importantly, it sounds incredible. When you need a clean and pure option, you can't go wrong with the FabFilter Pro Q3. Now, I've got an honorable mention for you, Soothe 2. I don't always call upon Soothe, but when I need to keep a harsh vocal or any instrument for that matter in check, Soothe 2 does the job perfectly. I mix a ton of gospel, and when the gospel BGVs get up into those higher registers, things get pretty shrill pretty quickly. Throwing Soothe 2 has saved my butt a ton of times, and I highly recommend it when mixing vocals. I tell you what, if you're ready for some advanced vocal mixing techniques, then you're definitely going to want to check out this video where I'm going to share my top 5 vocal mixing hacks that pros use to keep the listener engaged. I'd love to hear from you if you agree or disagree. Let me know your top 5 down in the comments, and don't forget to download your free vocal mixing checklist with the link in the description below. I'll see you on the next one.